the last few years, it seems Hollywood has been running out of ideas. With remake after remake, endless sequels, and blatant cash grabs, it's no wonder that film attendance has been dying over the last decade. Many movies are passable, but not quite stimulating enough to inspire in-depth conversations or display true cinematic art. One genre, however, seems to be standing on its own and producing some truly original films. They may not always be the most successful or even good, but these days, horror is the best genre at showcasing cinematic arts. Filmmakers have been leaning on the horror genre to break into Hollywood and have created some incredibly unique and in-depth films, such as Get Out, It Follows, and The Babadook. John Krasinski's A Quiet Place is the latest overnight success in the horror genre, and the topic of today's video. This is Drop the Bass Scale. A Quiet Place stars real-life couple John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as they struggle to protect their children and stay alive in a world overrun by sound-sensitive alien creatures. The film takes place a little over a year after this invasion. Society has collapsed, communication with the outside world is non-existent, and sign language is the safest way to converse. It's a simple premise on the surface, but Krasinski gives it the depth it needs to set itself apart from a generic trope-ridden horror film. One of the biggest crutches films rely on today is dumbing down the story for the audience. In an interview with Radio Times, Simon Pegg vocalized his frustration with Hollywood's dumbing down of cinema. Before Star Wars, the films that were box office hits were The Godfather, Taxi Driver, Bonnie and Clyde, and The French Connection. Now we're essentially all consuming very childish things. Comic books, superheroes. Adults are watching this stuff and taking it seriously. Films used to be about challenging, emotional journeys or moral questions that might make you walk away and reevaluate how you feel about it. Now we're walking out of the cinema not really thinking about anything. A Quiet Place forces the audience to piece together the story on their own. The film doesn't talk down to its viewers. Instead, it feeds the audience hints. The movie opens with a group of people scavenging for supplies in a deserted town as quietly as possible. Not a single word of dialogue is spoken, and over the next 5 minutes, the audience grows to understand the importance of the silence. Having a film that allows the audience to search for answers and share their speculations with others sparked that conversation that many films today are missing when leaving the theater. Furthermore, A Quiet Place makes a case for a lesser thought of aspect of viewing in theaters, sharing the experience with an audience. While the previews rolled, we hear the typical noises: slurping drinks, crackling candy wrappers, and crunching popcorn. But as soon as A Quiet Place set up the importance of silence, the theater went quiet. No one wanted to make a sound. Anytime a scare appeared on screen, no one wanted to react to the movie audibly, afraid that they too would be heard and found by the creatures. In a home environment, we have the luxury of speaking without disturbing others and reacting how we like. In a theater, where half the fun of a horror movie is all the people who scream at the scares, A Quiet Place manages to force the audience into a silent terror. Seeing this in theaters with an audience around me truly heightened the movie experience, and one that I don't expect to feel again for some time. With rising ticket prices and outrageously expensive concessions, many theatergoers have to pick and choose what movies they see on the silver screen. Big, visual films like Dunkirk that showcase the cinematic arts tend to win over the smaller, quieter movies that don't need surround sound and 50-foot screens. A Quiet Place, however, held just enough intrigue with its well-crafted theater-worthy story to sell out theaters without the need for flashy graphics or the common tropes that blockbuster films rely on. Many other horror films are taking this approach to filmmaking, and it's begun to breathe fresh life into Hollywood's stale market. A Quiet Place is an excellent film and already one of my favorites this year, easily looking to make it into my top 10 list. As far as where it falls on the bass scale, it weighs in at a respectable 4 out of 5. So head out to the theater, pick something quiet to eat at the concession stand, and enjoy the silent thrill ride. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it's something that you enjoyed. It's a format that I've been wanting to do for a while and that I prefer compared to the stuff I used to do. So, if you liked it, please give it a share, a like, a subscription, show it to your friends, your family, your dog, anybody who you think that might enjoy seeing a video like this. And hopefully we can continue to do this, and I'll hopefully see you guys around sometime next month. Bye.